Hello, everyone. Here we go. Starting the live. Jumping in, baby. How's it going? Wow. Hi, Mom. What's up? How's it going? I'm waving towards you. Hey, Meg. How's it going? Yeah, so as you guys come in, make sure you say hi and what's up. Here we go. You can see the beautiful trees in the background and this blue. I love this blue wall paint. It's like gorgeous. Yeah, Meg, ready to blast off? Woo! I think we all are. Today's been wonderful and crazy. I went snowboarding. It was super fun. I found this run where no one went on, and it was all sunny. And the runs today were kind of icy, but this run was like sunny and amazing. And I kind of felt like for today, oh my gosh, today is, guess what? Today is winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. So there's not very much light here. And there's not very much light here. It's because the sun is oh, hey, Natalie, what's up? It's because the sun is shining the rotation of it. That's why we have winter, because the days get darker per every other day. But also, yeah, Natalie, woo! Also, when I arrived back at the house, I don't know about you guys, but the waves of manifestation keep crashing. And I showed up to my house and I had all my new Rozzy boards. And what's up, Patsy? And it just showed up. And so all the things that all the chess pieces spiritually and divinely that I'm moving forward through all things, it's all coming together. I don't know what it is right now, but there's like a big kaleidoscope of yes going on, of what you ask for says yes. And so, what are we here for? So I had a little, I know, yeah, crazy quiver. Yeah, it was really funny. I asked my sister, I was like, I'm getting some more snowboards in. And she's like, you literally have a snowboard for every stair in your staircase? Like, wow. Do you need more snowboards? And I was like, yes, of course. I need something for every condition, it's just like spirituality. You need tools in your toolbox for every different thing that happens in life. So you need a powder board for shredding powder. You need an all mountain board with really sharp edges so you could get through the icy patches. And you need a park board for enjoying the park. You also need boards that are in between so you could ride in between conditions. Just as conditions happen in spirit, so do your tools in your spirit toolbox you need. So, how should we start this? We're getting 3 minutes in. We got 4 people. This thing's getting really awesome. So, first of all, thank you guys for joining me. This is my first time ever doing this, so I'm not quite sure what's going to happen or what's going to manifest. But the spirit guides and the divinity of all things has been locking into the way I've been doing things. Has been locking into and nudging me in directions of awesomeness. So, for this, we're going to do a little bit of spirit work with all of us. So if you don't have a notebook and notepad, go ahead and look for it. You just need a piece of paper, basically, even a little one, like even a note card like this, and a little pen. And what we're going to do is something crazy. So it didn't really hit me until today up on the mountain, getting that mountain energy. When I was all by myself, the mountain is really crowded, but I found this wide open powder patch where no one was around, and the spirit guides are flying around. And what they said to do was to build. So it's called liftoff. So first off, let's start from the beginning. I usually don't take very many baths, and when I do, there's some mega stuff that happens. I think I was a water baby or like a turtle. And so I think it was about 2 days ago. I was sitting in the bathtub, the music going. I don't know if you guys listen to it, but it's called the Devi Prayer, and it's for mother baths. So what you do is you do Epsom salts and hey, what's up, Coach Chris? And what's it called? Apple cider vinegar. And you put this in the bath. I think it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Apple cider vinegar, I just put like a little splash or two, but I think it's like a half pound of Epsom salt and a half pound of sea salt. And I was sitting there listening to the Devi Prayer. It's a chant that she says over and over for a good 20 minutes. And at the end, she says some stuff differently. And I think I've looked at what it means, but now I just know the words she says, and it's really magical. But as I was doing this, there's always like about a certain time when I'm about 5-10 minutes into it that I get super tapped into spirit. And what happened is this huge rocket came down out of the sky and landed right on my chest, like shh, like one of those Elon SpaceX rockets. It's like boom, and it landed directly on my chest. I was laying all back, with my eyes closed, just enjoying the bath. And at this point, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had goosebumps all over my body. There's a rocket landed on my chest, and the door opens, like, and all this smoke goes up. And there's this like being standing there. It wasn't a human. It was kind of like a ghost-ish. I don't know. It was kind of like maybe like a Jedi, one of those Jedis that they pass into spirit. And as they open the door, he whatever it was, puts its hand out and grabs me and said, "Come with me." And so I reach up, grab his hand, and we just instantly, the rocket takes off. I didn't even get in the rocket, and I'm just hanging on like this, like, and I'm just hanging on, and I look down, and all of a sudden the Earth is getting smaller and smaller, and then boom, we're in space, and then into the planets, and then it hit like a warp, like a Star Wars jump drive, where we're just like, and we're just warping through the galaxy. And with that, I said, what should I do? And then they said, you should do it live. This is as we're going through warp speed. And I go, what should I talk about? And the lady just popped me right in the head. And she's like, she didn't say any words, or he. And she just hit me right in the head. And then I instantly warped back down to the planet. So what I took from that is that it's in here. And I don't need to write anything. I just need to speak from my spirit, my intuition side. So after I did that, I realized that it was the winter solstice today. And so I'm like, it's exactly 2 days away. This will give me exactly enough time to think and prepare and do things that are in cadence with what just happened in the mother bath. And so all these things subsequently happened in the dreams and days and from different texts. Thank you, Natalie, for your text. That was amazing. So, that was on a run too. So Spirit always talks whenever I'm outside doing crazy things, when I'm in commune with nature, that, or with water. That is when Spirit downloads things to me. So get your notepad and your paper. The first thing we're going to do is, what do you need in order to take off in a spaceship? You need a platform. So what we're going to do is build a platform. So what the platform represents is your past. All the things that have been wrecking you, holding you back, habits that are not healthy for you, things that have been shaping you in different ways where you don't feel like yourself. This could be social media, this could be family, this could be relationships, this could be pets. This could be too many material things, not enough spirit. So what I want you to do is write down what your platform represents. It's what you're going to be leaving behind. It's what you're going to be launching off of. So I'll write down with you guys. And one thing you can do is after you write it is just write in the chat what your platform is made out of. And so when you do that and share it with people, spirit hears it. And this helps the whole healing process and the liftoff process. And if you don't want to, no worries at all. This is all what you want to share, what you don't want to share, whatever feels good. So I'm going to write what my platform is, what I want to leave back here in my old life and my old habits. Woo! Habits. This can also be your ego, what your ego talks to you about. And just stuff that is not you, whatever things that make you feel shame, things that make you feel sad, the bad kind of sad, not the good kind of sad. Sometimes there's good kind of sad, but that bad kind of sad where you feel like no one loves you, where you feel alone, all of those emotions, all of those feelings, put into your platform. And you could totally share if you want to. Because guess what? We are taking off from the platform. So we're going to take off from all the things that are distracting us, are not making us whole, are not making us the real humans that we're meant to be, taking away from the spirit side of us. All right, let's see what Natalie said. People pleasing to control situations so that I don't feel fear and feelings of unworthiness because I can never actually have control. Woo! That's a good one. That's a really deep, dense launching pad you have there. And that's a really big lesson. Like, you can never have control. Whenever you feel like you need to have control a situation, that is never going to happen. Like, that's a heavy lesson we have to learn is to forgive and let go and let things happen how they're supposed to. You can have control with your emotions and control of how you react, but in situations, you can't control the situation. Being resentful, caring about what other people think. Yes, resentfulness. That's a big one, Meg. That's something you got to leave on your platform for sure. Excuse me. Definitely. And caring what other people think. So this just happened today. Like, I did a little dance when I got my new snowboards, and I saw some people like watch up to where I was dancing, and then a lot of people didn't keep watching after I danced. So I was caring what other people thought of me, and so definitely resentfulness, leave that back on the platform. Control, leave that on the platform. All these things are great. All these things are amazing. All right. That's great. So, thank you guys for bringing up some past traumas and some things you want to work on. The next thing we got to build is the ship. So we got to build your rocket ship. You got to give it a name, and the ship is all your hopes and your dreams and the vehicle that you want to launch into. So it's what you want your life to become. Do you want to become happier? Do you want to have less obligations? Do you wish that you had more money? Do you wish you had more love? Do you wish your relationships were more solid? Do you wish to have better, more high quality friendships? Your ship is your hopes and dreams. So that's the next thing. So for me, I want to be financially free. I definitely feel it coming, but it's not here. So I'm going to put a little dollar sign as part of the symbol for my ship. And relationships. Always have some trouble finding the right love of my life. And so it's going to be a dollar sign and a heart. Because both of those things. And with your rocket ship, your dreams and your things are highly polypurpose. Yes, Meg, your ship name is polypurpose. Oh, your ship is highly personal. And so you have to build a ship that represents your true wish that you wish. It's kind of like whatever's on a vision board, whatever your vision board is of your future. It could also be emotional stability. It can be loving who you are, loving your body. There's a million different things that this can be, but I'm gonna call mine money heart, because I want financial freedom and a badass loving relationship. And those are my two little key things that I feel like I'm missing right now. And get detailed with this. Spirit loves detail. So what color is it? What kind of material? Is it metal? Is it fiberglass? How many windows do you have? Do you have just one little window, or is it just made out of windows? This thing can be anything possible, because guess what? Our rocket ships are power. Our hopes and dreams have infinite power and infinite possibility. Love, gratitude, growth, adventure. Woo! That's a good one. That's a good one, Natalie. Polly for Pollyann, who always sees the hood in situations. Plus, I'm looking for my purpose. Yes, that's very good. Purpose. Definitely right. Get purpose into your ship. So as you mentally prepare and build your ship, make sure you put all these things. Maya's rocket ship, and her wish is mad. And her wish is magic. Yes. Yes, Patty, that's awesome. I love it. Sparkle power. All right, I hear you. Yes, that's all very good things. Woo! I want my ship to have magic too. Like, okay, let's make sure that all of our ships have magic. So, we've just built our platform in our ship. We have a platform to take off from our past, and we have a ship of our hopes and dreams. The next thing we got to add is the fuel. So the rocket fuel. This is for new habits, intentions. You have to power your rocket. So I know it's not New Year's, but it's the same kind of thing. Let's put intentions and like new ways of living, what you can be doing differently. Why do you get stuck in procrastination? Do we need less cell phone time? Do we need less social media time? Do we need more nature time? Is your job what you want it to be? Is your love life okay? All these things are the fuel of the rocket. So let's put intentions into the fuel. So eat healthier, less drinking, definitely for me, more workout, more nature. And I'm doing all these things right now, but I want to fuel this rocket with my most badass hopes and dreams with the best, most high quality fuel, because rocket fuel is very high quality. So you have to put in the best fuel that you've ever had. So if you want your ship to be magic, you need some magic fuel. So put in some intentions. Let's bring up what what my intentions were. I'm going to create multiple new sources of income, and I want friends to push me and make me feel like who I am and not have to put up a mask. To further push my intuition into new and balancing ways of fortitude and grace. To let go of all the shame bodies. And lastly, to post at least one thing on here on Spirit Flow. So I'm going to put all those things into my fuel. That's interesting. What just came up was I already do lots of nature stuff, but I never take time to just simply enjoy it. We're always on a mission to take photos or be or do things that like we're here for the powder. So I think part of the fuel that I'm going to put in is take time when I'm in nature to respect it and send love to nature while I'm in it. Let's see what Meg said. I need to find activities that bring me joy and help propel me. That's fuel. That's rocket fuel right there, Meg. So yeah, just think of activities and things to do. Put myself first, respond with spirit instead of react from ego. More nature. Yes, Natalie, of course. Whew, that's a hard one too, is to putting yourself first. Like society always says, help your neighbor, help everything else. It's just like the airplane mask thing where make sure you put your mask on first and then put your baby's mask on. So make sure that you are taken care of, that you are centered before you help other lives. So that's very potent. That's a very potent fuel. And the last thing, this is from you, Natalie. The last thing is that in order to leave the atmosphere, every single ounce, every single gram counts. So the baggage, your suitcases that you could bring with, you're only allowed like a little tiny case, maybe this big. We'll say like this box. This box is all you can bring. It's very little. This is the only thing you can bring with you on your rocket. So, what are you going to bring with you? And what are you going to leave behind? So, when you go into space, weight matters tremendously. So, what you bring can't weigh down the rocket. So your emotional baggage, your spiritual baggage, the baggage that holds you down, that makes you feel heavy, your spirit rocket won't take off. It'll just blast its rockets and won't take off if you have really heavy emotional baggage and spirit baggage. So this next thing is to write down all your emotional and spiritual baggage for your little box you're going to bring. Write down all the stuff that is really heavy on you and which parts you're going to bring with you and which parts you're going to leave back on the platform. Because guess what? Spirit rockets love lightweightness. And all the stuff that you could leave behind, your emotional baggage, your spiritual baggage, the things that hurt you in past relationships, the things that hurt you through family traumas, the things that leave scars and you haven't fully healed, won't fit in that little tiny box, because that little box is the only thing you get to bring with on your spirit rocket. So there's not a lot of emotional baggage that you can fit in there. So be highly personable of what you want to bring with. So for my emotional baggage, I'm going to bring my love for my family, which is pretty heavy, but also pretty light. and love for nature. Because those, density-wise, are light. Whenever you bring emotional baggage that's full of love and positivity, it's light. The grams aren't very heavy. It almost floats, so it'll definitely fit in that box. But stuff that you're ashamed of, things that you're scared of, you're fearful, worries are really heavy. Fear is really heavy. Shame is really heavy. Write down what you're going to bring with on your rocket and what you're going to leave back behind on the platform. All right. Hopefully you guys can fit some of that emotional baggage into that little box, because like it's very little. And to leave the atmosphere, you need the littlest weight possible. All right, did everybody write everything down? Remember, we got a platform, your past trauma, the stuff you want to leave behind, your ship, your hopes and dreams, the magic that will protect you going into the atmosphere. The fuel, new habits, intentions, the things that you know you have to do in order to become the best, most awesome person and to be fully living with happiness and intention in you. And your emotional baggage, what you're going to leave behind and what you're going to take with. What do you need for your next thing, and what do you need to let go for your next? All right, I think that's it. So everything's set. Our platform, our ship, it's full of fuel. We have our baggage, or we don't have any baggage because we're very light. Next thing we're gonna do is put on our suit, our astronaut suit, and this thing's the protection. What are you gonna build your suit out of? I'm gonna make mine look badass like Mando. It's gonna be like Beskar steel, and it's gonna be super protective. And so lightsabers can't even go through it. So what is your suit made out of? This is your shields. What kind of shields are you bringing with? So, that's very interesting. Shields are things that we have in life that can be bad or good. Sometimes we shield ourselves from friends and family of our true self, and we shield our real light that comes from us and our light that shines. And we shield it not just from other people, but from ourselves. So you got to be very protective of your suit, and intelligent. So my suit's going to be love, forgiveness, I think just that. Love and forgiveness. Fairy dust, yes. Fairy dust is very good. You don't even need a suit. You just need fairy dust. Okay, this magical fairy dust rocket, it's just as potent as Star Wars Mandalorian Slave 1. So, once you have your suit, I think we're finally ready. We're going to take this into action now. Is everyone ready? Everyone give me a thumbs up when you're all ready. This is crazy. This is really cool. Because I'm definitely feeling this. I definitely need to get in this rocket and take off. This is why it's called liftoff. All right, we got some hearts. I think we're all ready. Okay. Everyone get in a very comfortable position. And you could lay down, you could sit. But we're going to do a little meditation of a rocket ship. So we're going to start off with some breathing. Breathe in. Hold. And out. Breathe in. And out. One more. Breathe in. And out. Okay. Keep breathing. As you breathe in, you feel the light source inside you. It's a bright white light deep inside your chest. It's so hot and vibrant that it takes over your entire body. You feel this ball. It connects you to everything. To eternity, to the universe, to all time, to everyone, and to yourself. You feel this warm light completely take over your entire body. As you do this, you're in the changing room at your launch date. You look over, and there's your suit. The suit you just built. You take it. You slowly step into it. You pull it all the way up, zip it, fairy dust it, whatever your suit entails, you put it on. You are ready for outer space. As you put it on, you look out the window and you see your rocket sitting there, waiting for you. You have no idea what's going to happen when you take off. Your worry and your fear are out the window because you have prepared your entire life for this rocket. You are ready. As you're ready, your family and your spirit guides are there with you in the rocket ready room. They're there with you. They all hug you and kiss you and share you their love because they are happy for you. They're happy for you. This is the biggest day of your entire life. As you say your goodbyes and you blow your loves and kisses to all your family and all your spirit guides, you slowly start walking towards your rocket. All that's there Here's the rocket and the platform. And you. You slowly step towards it. And there's a huge ladder on the side of it. You walk up to the ladder and you start to climb. This is a scary climb because you've never done this before, so you don't know what's going to happen. But every step you take on this ladder brings you closer and closer to what feels right. You keep climbing higher and higher. And soon you come to the door. At this moment, you take one more deep breath because this is the last breath you have on this planet. In and out. You enjoy the last bit of earth oxygen because you're about to jump into the spirit oxygen. You open the hatch into your rocket and you step in, and your seat's waiting for you. And this thing is your hopes and dreams. So it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen because it's exactly what you want and what you need. You sit down in your chair, you strap in, and the intercom comes on. Fuel, go. Platform, go. Rocket, go. Hey you, go. You say the words, go. And before you know it, the countdown begins. 5. The engine fires up. 4. You start to feel the rumble. 3. Your platform is holding the buckle. 2. Your rocket ship is just rumbling now. You feel everything. The fuel is perfect. The rocket ship is perfect. Your luggage is just lightweight enough. And 1. You feel everything. Everything's moving. Your hopes and dreams are swirling around your body. You hang on. And sure enough, boom, you take off. You keep cruising faster and faster and faster. This intense rumbling, these intense G-forces. You feel all this old history, all these old dramas, all these old traumas. They just get ripped out of you because your platform is back on the planet and you are free. You feel the lightest you've ever felt in your entire life. As you cruise faster and faster and faster, the rumbling and the sound gets lighter and lighter and lighter. And soon, it becomes silent because you have left the planet. And as you look back, all you see is the traumas and your ill wills and all the things that you've left behind. And guess what? It's okay. It's okay up here in the weightlessness. And as you're cruising, the planet gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And all of a sudden, you feel this gravity. And the moon is on your right side, full view. And you start hurtling towards the moon. And you get closer and closer. You weren't ready for this. But the moon needs you to land on her for one last lesson before you get let free. You get closer and closer to the moon. Your butt turns around and you fire more rockets. And you get lower and lower and lower. And you land on the moon. You get to see the most beautiful sight you've ever seen. You got to look back at your small traumas and your small history, how small it is, how big they felt. As you land, you finally take off your seatbelt, and your worries and your fear have melted away. And you open the hatch, and you get a jump onto the most weightless feeling planet you've ever felt. And you get a jump with glee. And you get to say your first lines on a new planet. But as you're there enjoying this wonderful feeling of bliss, you look over and you see a bird standing on top of a spiritual book. And you think, that is quite odd. You look over, and as you start stepping towards it, it's a hawk, a red-tailed hawk. It looks at you and flies off. And you go, isn't that the most peculiar thing? We're on space, and how the hell is there a bird? You walk over to the bird, where the bird used to be, and you pick up the book. You flip through the pages and you stop. And as you pull the page out, as you start reading it, this is Spirit saying exactly what you need to hear. This is what you need to hear for your future. And as you read these pages, can it be emotion? It can be words. It can be a fire that lights inside you of what you need to do next. And as you read this, you let go. It feels exactly what you need to hear. You close the book, set it back down on the moon, and with extreme joy and love, you get back in your rocket, you blast off, and you send it third star to the right and straight on till morning. Because we've just lived our darkest days, and we are sending into our brightest light. And as you're in warp speed, speeding forward towards your future, you breathe in and out. In and out. As you're speeding towards your future, all of your spirit guides, all of the things that you know are true and love and trueness are there with you. And as you enjoy this most glorious feeling of everything, of blissful joy and happiness, you open your eyes because you are looking out of the window into your future. Oh. Wow, guys. I don't know how that was going to take, but wow. So that's liftoff. That's lifting off into our new future. Wow. Thank you all for joining, and do you guys have anything to share? Because that was pretty epic. I don't even know why there was a book on the moon, or why we even went to the moon. That was some wild stuff. So, the book on the moon, there's a red-tailed hawk on a book. First off, that was wild. Second off, it was just an emotion for me when I opened the book. It's just an emotion. It just was like, yes, right. It was like, you are on the right path. It was the most badass emotion. I was just goosebumped out. It was emotion. There was no words in the book. It was pretty wild. Let's see what we got. Oh, yes, Natalie. Yes, it was really great. Becca, thank you. Thank you, Becca the Walker. Wow, guys. So good. My spirit guides told me they were my shield, and if I went with them, my life would be filled with everything I want. Yes. We have to go with our spirit guides on our spirit ship into the universe through our warp speed. Because staying on the platform with our old history, that's not a good way to be or a good way to live. Go with our spirit guides into the unknown, into who knows what's going to happen. Like, literally, when I opened that book, the spirit book on the moon, it said I was doing the exact right thing in the exact right moment. And the spirit guides came in and they were like, whew. They felt they weren't worried. There was no worry. It was pure joy. There's no worry about the future. Everything that's manifesting and the waves that are flowing right now are supposed to happen. So I'm so incredibly glad we got to take off on these rocket ships on the darkest day of the year, because guess what? We just started our light path, our lightest part of the year, lightest part of our lives. Wow, guys, just so good. Feel free to message me. I will try to get back to you, but that was just amazing. I love you all so much, and I'll try to save this. I've never done this before, so I'll try to save this and put it somewhere so that you can revisit this meditation rocket ship, the liftoff. And I love you all very much. Namaste. Have a wonderful winter solstice and a wonderful life. And I can't wait to enjoy the universe that you've just stepped into. And I would love to hear it, and so would all of us. So I love you all, and have a wonderful winter solstice. Aho. See you guys later.